We live.
We live.
We live. Let's turn up.
Got me trolling on him. These niggas rap different nowadays. Nigga. Let's get it. Here I come. I'm coming back like who sent for me. I heard the call, it's a symphony, ringing them bells. I'm in proximity, knowing I keep one up on my enemies. I stay away from the gutter shit. A foot from the curb when I'm parking whips. You niggas still be outside when I'm in my crib and know how I'm loving it. You niggas still trying to drip while I'm with my bitch, peeping the scenery. But she not impressed, cause we purchased land that you see nothing but greenery. All how these niggas is so in their feeling, they say that I'm Joe Clark, so lean on me. Niggas is talking too much and talking too tough, it's not what it seems to be. I can tell by your hat that you cap low. No preaching, no facts if you that slow. You're reaching my brain, so I stack quotes. Injecting my veins, all the back notes. You say it's insane when I rap slow. I'm giving you game to your next go. Gotta vibe it to the brain like a neck's broke. She be swallowing the pain from my bar notes. You say it's just rap, it's not what it seems to be. You say that you're real, but what does that mean to me? I see in the eyes, give them new opportunities. Who will unite? I'm speaking my peace, we need more than unity. You say it's just rap, it's not what it
She told me, come on and pull up. I be all on that big old ass like a pull up. When I pull up, I jump out, you know it's about to go down. Her neighbors laugh like haha, cause I'm always around when I'm man's out of town. Sticking me in every weekend, cooking and chefing, but booty naked like I'm in my kitchen. Sometimes I be Vicky and I'm coming over to digging the kitty. After I handle my business, she always cooking dinner. I be forgetting to ask her, why you be doing that, shout it? I just come through to break you out, something papa deliver. Sausage, use a pussy papa, number one can never be mine. Like the 6 and the 7, man, you gon' stay on the sideline. I know he ain't giving you what you want and what you need. I keep coming and blessing that pussy just like a pastor. And when he come home, I get the hell on. I see you later on. I'm your neighborhood friendly ghost gospel.
You don't know what she be doing when she on the low. Bending over the back and that's just for that dog. Seen it a million times, I'm letting you know. We hate them and go. I hit them, I spit them, and then I get rid of them. That's when they get in their feelings. I'm strapped, ain't no chillin', they know when I'm drillin'. I love when they swallow the living. Just know that I'm different, got no love for bitches. And dick in your liver, I'm granting your wishes. So why would you trip when I'm scratching the mitches? When you got a man and he's still in the picture. Baby girl, so you got a nigga mixed up. Only reason that I came to get my dicks up. And you was praying when you called that I picked. And I was thinking in my head, lil' mama really thick, bro. I'm sipping on my liquor thinking, damn, I gotta hit her. My cell phone ring like it's time to go get her. She gon' love that dick and she gon' eat it like dinner. Shit, I done got another one. Hit him and go. You don't know what she be doing when she on the low. Bending over the back and that's just for that dog. Seen it a million times, I'm letting you know. We hit him and go.
Hit him and go. I'm on the go. No patient, but patiently I'm out the door. No flowers, no sweet talk, no time for a show. I'm when did you finish? One hell of a blow. I'm coming, you came once before. Once you sell off this dick, then I gotta roll. She say that she want me, she really don't show. Keep calling me bro, like bitch ain't your bro. This is a warning and I smell a woe. Keep playing your games, I'm peeping that hoe. I keep on testing, you really don't know. I'm rating you M for miserable. You getting close, you like the boats. I'm with another, we toast off the coast. You like attention, well this is a roast. So pay attention, I just
hit him and go. You don't know what she be doing when she on the low. Bending over the back and that's just for that dog. Seen it a million times, I'm letting you know. We hate him and go. You don't know what she be doing when she on the low. Bending over the back and that's just for that dog. Seen it a million times, I'm letting you know. We hate him and go. B.M.G, we in the building, baby.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hope
We
y'all
here,
ain't hear
man. We here, man. Yeah, we heard. It's okay.
that. We had to go back and edit that out. I fucked up.
Oh shit! What's
It's that
good?
blue. It was that explosion.
What's good to the people in the building? Ma, Miss Harris, Lioness in the building, Anna Nikki New in the building.
What
Loyalty
up,
and
y'all?
Betrayal. Miss Chloe came in here early.
Early.
What's good, Miss Harris? Okay, that's everybody. What's good?
My coach used to say, man, if you early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
You're late. Sound like my daddy.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. B.M.G is in the building with another live. We got a good conversation. We got a great topic. Shout out to the bro, the big bro. New is in the building.
What up?
We're gonna introduce this topic to y'all. I think it's a hell of a topic, man. Salute the New. So you got to float, my brother.
So on the radio the other day, I heard a discussion. It was a female and her husband, a discussion between a female and her husband. And basically, he was saying that he pays all the bills in the house. You know, he take care of the family. His stepkid should call him daddy. She was saying, no, they can call you by your first name, but they're not going to call you daddy. So I kind of feel like, that was something I could bring to the bros. They like to talk a lot of crazy topics. I figure I'd throw one in the mix for them.
This is one that I would have never thought of myself. I appreciate you for bringing it to the table, bro. Jizzle, I'm gonna let you do the honors and go first, bro.
Well, I mean, so yeah, the stepdaddy wants. I mean, the gist of it is the stepdaddy figures that the kid should have his last name.
No. He think they should call him daddy.
Oh, should okay. So just call him. Okay.
Just call him daddy because he pays all. He's the breadwinner.
Well, how long you been breadwinning? How long you been paying the bill? That's I think with me.
I don't think that never came up.
See, and that's the thing that comes up for me because I mean, if you come in the house and buy $100 worth of groceries, we not calling you daddy. Like it's more than that. It's a lot that goes into it than just the bills. Do you go to the, soccer practice or football practice? If it's a girl, do you go to their basketball, gymnastics, whatever they like? Is it because the money? I mean, money is money, man. That doesn't equate to someone earning that title of dad or and that's what kind of boss that kind of goes back to boss what you were saying before the live about earning it. So I don't know, boss.
So I understand exactly where you going at, my brother, and I feel like with anything, if you're trying to force the issue for someone to respect you in any way, I think it's better for me to receive the respect if I earn it. I don't want you to call me anything. It's almost like Michael Jordan wanting you to call him the GOAT because he feels like he's the GOAT. It should be earned and recognized on what you have done. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Back to what you just said. How long have you been around? What have you done? You want me to call you stepdad just because you married my mom? No, nigga. Right. It's gonna take a lot more than that. You're gonna have to show me some stats, nigga. What have you done? So that's how I feel about it. What about you, Lou?
It's hard for me to feel like the way you feel, simply because, and I have a non-biological daughter from a relationship. I've been raising this girl since she was 3. So even her father, even when her father was alive, You know what I mean? She still called me daddy. She been calling me daddy since she was 4.
Right.
And still to the day, I'm daddy. You get what I'm saying? So I don't, I don't, I don't think it's a mandatory. You get what I'm saying? I think that the mother should have asked the children first. What do y'all think? Do y'all, like him like that? Is it something that y'all want to do? I ain't gonna say she should have shunned it down, but if the fathers are still in the picture, them kids ain't gonna take that last name. And I mean, last name. Them kids ain't gonna call that man daddy. If the father is alive in that child's life, kids ain't gonna call that
It's
man
almost
daddy.
is it disrespectful for him to
It's
even?
I don't think it's oh no, for him to want. I think
Right?
it
Is
is.
it disrespectful to the biological father for him to even want that? Like, you didn't lay that seed.
Yeah. Now and again, if my child decides to call her stepdaddy daddy, it's nothing I could do about it. It's really nothing I could do about it.
Would that bother you though?
Probably.
So Nikki New got a great, and I think that's what we're touching on now. She said, if the father is in their life, absolutely no. But we can't control what those kids decide to call the stepfather, right?
Yeah, we can't control. That's one thing you can't do. So
Right.
going back to what you said at first, putting in that work will make the kids, if they're young enough. Like teenagers, listen,
Right.
teenagers, you ain't.
It ain't shit
You
you
try
can
to
tell.
get over to a teenager.
Right. But yeah, 4 years old. I mean, what does a 4-year-old remember?
Right.
So they remember what's in front of them,
Right.
and if what's in front of them is this man in the household doing what a man's supposed to do in the household, then of course. But
Yes,
it's like,
I think it's a little ignorant of the man to demand that from
right, for a man to demand that, I would think that the actual biological father, all right, for example, say the biological father's on child support and she's with the new man for 2 years. He's like, do you think in that case, do you think that, he's still out of line? Is that child support enough?
I think, to me, to be honest with you, I think for you to even ask that question is out of line. I think that's the child's decision. Automatically. It shouldn't even be something that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Going into the next thing we'll talk about, it shouldn't even be a question of ask the child. You get what I'm saying? If the child feel like, I'm comfortable with him to call him that, that's cool. But you can't demand that, right? And let's say the mother makes the children call him daddy, right? Then they're not going to respect you because they have to call you that. They're going to disrespect you even more because they have to call you that. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, I'm going to just touch it because she said don't touch it.
So what? I guess now it really goes back to how the mother feels.
Right.
If the mother feels like if she agrees with him, that's going to cause a real big problem.
Facts. That means I can go right back to my father and be like, hey, she making me call this nigga this. What you gonna do about it?
Real shit.
For real.
Yeah, it's some different situations where, of course, you could say, when they're younger or whatnot, that we get it. But in any situation, for any father to demand that the kids call him something, that's foul. That's foul.
I mean, I guess you would have to know the history of the mother and the original biological father on why they didn't make it. Because what if the biological mother was a thotty body? You know what I'm saying?
Don't matter.
But hold on. Let me just finish what I was saying. And if she feels like her actions on what she did that caused the breakup between them two was justified, but in his eyes, you cheated on me. But now you want my kids to call your new man daddy or stepdaddy. That ain't cool at
Yeah, she
all.
out of pocket.
She out of pocket, bro.
I give you that.
Yeah.
You don't sound like you want to though.
No, I was sharing the lie. My bad. I give you that.
At the end of the day, like I said, I just feel, y'all excuse me, I'm pouring me another drink. I feel like that's a title that should be earned. And if those kids don't feel like you've earned that title, which if they love their father, you're never gonna earn the title of being called dad because their
And
father.
even if not, I mean, even if not, like, I guess in my case, all right, my parents was married, divorced when I was 5. And now my mom have been in a relationship for what, 13 years or 15 years, something like that. But I will never feel the urge to call him my daddy. Even though I respect him to the highest degree, he's a good brother. He handles his business, own a house, and like I respect him and his grind to get where he's at in life, and I think that's something that I can even look up to. But still, that title, like you said, it's earned. And but with what I'm saying is, all those great things that I said about him, even though that's how I feel about him, I feel like he's right for my mom, which I never have felt before. Then just throw that out there. Just accepting, another man with your mama is especially after you 18, 19, 20, and all of that. It's a whole different story. But I would never feel the need to call him that. I'm 34. What I look like calling someone that I didn't know was alive 15 years ago, daddy, like, or pops. Like,
Right. I think it all really depends on the age of the kids that we're speaking on, because if you're in a woman's life and her kids are teenagers, damn near about to graduate high school,
right.
their father has been there, regardless if the mother and father are not in a relationship, but the father has been showing or being active in those kids' life. The mother definitely shouldn't feel like those kids should call her new man dad, stepdad, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They should respect him as being her new man because he
Right.
has to do with why her and her father is no longer together. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't force them to call this man dad when their dad has always been there for them. Nah, there shouldn't be no stepdad, should be no dad, should be no papa, none of that. You are Mr. So-and-so to these kids, and that's just what it is.
Right.
Well, since you said that, let's go into the next conversation. Get
Let's,
this out the way real fast, right?
let's do it.
So, all right. Growing up, mom's. I'm gonna just cut the story short. So, my mom's gave me and my brother her last name when me and my brother was born. We had 2 different fathers, so we had her last name. When I got to the 8th grade, going to high school, my name was one name in middle school. By the time I went to high school the next year, my name was changed. All right. So, me and my mother and stepfather, after like 20 years separated, got a divorce, right? So one of the arguments through the 20 years that they've been together, right? Even when we was out the house, one of the arguments that he had was that she never asked us to take on his last name. So he wanted her to give us his last name when we was changing our names. But we never knew this shit, right? So when me and my mother talked about it, I'm like, why the hell he just didn't ask me? You know what I mean? Like, I was 15 at the time, 14, 15. Why he didn't ask me? I would have loved to tell him no. You get what I mean? But that's why she said that's why. He wanted me to just do it. You get what I'm saying? And through the years, now mind you, coming in to that marriage, I was a no-go. I was a hard-headed 14-year. I didn't even want to move with my mother. So over the years, even though he put me out before, you get what I'm saying? Me and him has established a relationship. And one thing that I can say for him is that he was my father while I was there. You get what I'm saying? Meaning he provided, he protected, he did everything. You get what I'm saying? So I look at my father as less of a man than him because he did shit that, I still got a key to this nigga's house. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm his real son, just like I got a real daughter out there that's not mine. So, and it sounds fucked up what I'm about to say, but I kind of wouldn't even see him in a nursing home, and I'm trying to get my father in one. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't see him there because of what he's done for me, even through my hard-headed ass 14 year, 15 year, all the way up to now. You know what I mean? He still calls check on me more so than my own father did. So I gotta look at him like that. But, I'm just going back to the situation at hand. Who the fuck this nigga think he is trying to give me his last name? And I'm nigga, you didn't raise me. You get what I'm saying? You didn't come in when I was 4 or 5.
Right.
You asking a teenager to change his name, bro. Like,
so how long? I guess. So how long was he with her? I guess
they was together for about a year or two, about maybe 2 years or so.
And it was an ongoing thing. But you said you didn't know about.
Yeah, we didn't know about it as kids. This was when they got married. They was probably together the whole time I was in middle school. But when they got married, I was in the 8th going to the 9th.
Right.
And again, I didn't know this beef. Like I said, I would have loved to tell him kiss my ass back then. You get what I'm saying? I would love to.
But I think he would have knew that what your answer would have been. That's why, it was his thing with your mama trying to.
But that's why, and even when they separated, he brought that back up, she said. I'm like, damn, son. It was that serious?
Did he have other kids?
Yeah.
So that brings me to, I think, a legitimate question. Whenever the mom and father who indulged in this sexual act to create these kids, or this kid, like at that time was the opportunity to give the father the last name. It was the reason why the mother did not give the kid the father's last name. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to later on down the line, and now the father says, I want my kid to have my last name, I would have to question why you didn't push the issue when the kid was born. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, if I'm going to take the time, not even take the time, if I'm going to sign these papers, confirming this is my kid, that means I'm taking responsibility to take care of this kid for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at that point, the mother should respect me enough to give my kid my last name. Now, it doesn't work that way in every situation, but I feel like any mother or any woman, period, if the man is accepting this is my child, why would she not give my kid or the father's kid the last name, my last name?
I can tell you, my mother was like, she didn't want both of her sons with different names. So my father kind of didn't have a choice. My mother is who she is, nigga. What she say is gonna go, and that's how it went. Yeah, he didn't argue with it or nothing. I never even asked him why he didn't argue.
All right.
Put yourself in your father's shoes. Now you're dealing with what he's dealing with. How would you feel?
Yeah, I would have had a problem with it. I didn't marry a chick like my mother. I would have had a problem with it. You get what I'm saying? Like I my two baby mothers. Hey, they getting my last name. Okay, that's what it was. Like, you can pick the first name. Like my daughter, I put my daughter. I had my daughter's name since the 90s, bro. Like, I had my daughter's name, I swear to God, since the 90s. And I named my daughter.
So after all these years, and now that I guess you know the whole story, do you understand why your mom felt the way she felt, or do you still
I mean, knowing my mom, you know what I'm saying? Knowing my mom's and knowing who she is, bro. Yeah, I understand what was her. I understand, the logic of what she was doing.
Okay.
And she like she told me, like, I knew if I ever got married that y'all could just change our names. Like, it wasn't no problem. And that's if y'all wanted to.
I don't know. That's a tough one for me. My oldest daughter, she don't have my last name, and I was there. I was there the whole freaking time. The whole time. The only thing different was I was in B.M.G in college, and she didn't want me to go to school. So I think she did that shit out of spite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she didn't want me to go there. She felt like I was running for responsibility, and when in fact I was trying to better myself for her, my child. You know what I'm saying? And my mom told her, I got your back while he's in school. What he can't do as a father because he's in school, I got you. That shit ain't help shit. Shit ain't help shit. Not for her, because she wanted me here. The only thing she was thinking was he's in college with all these new bitches, and I'm here with his child. So nah, she ain't getting his last name. And to this day, she still don't have my last name, bro.
But did your daughter have a problem with that?
I mean, at that time, my daughter was a infant.
No, I'm talking about now.
No, because of the things that during the time that she was growing up, the things that my baby mama put in her head. But it backfired on her later on in life, where she now calls me begging for my help because my daughter's not respecting her no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that women don't. I ain't gonna say all women. I ain't gonna say the women in our chat. But when women are hurt about a man and they try to use a kid to hurt the man, they don't know that later on down the line.
They don't realize it, bro. That kid gonna grow up.
Yes. She's gonna grow up and she's gonna see shit for what it really is.
Mm-hmm. So now her kid don't respect her simply because you didn't allow me to have a relationship with my father, and I'm seeing that.
Yep. But I never bashed. Before my mom passed away, I didn't know what to do because I wanted my daughter in my life, bro. And I just knew that her mom just said so much to her. Whether she changed in that present time where she wanted me to be there, it was too late, bro. She done put so much in her head that regardless of what I said to her, nah, my mom said this, my mom said that, my mom said this, and I couldn't get through to her. So what I did was I just gave it to God, bro. And to this day, I'm still waiting.
That's crazy. Hey, I was trying to find this. I'm not sure if I seen it on Instagram or on YouTube, but I seen the short earlier, right? And a female. All right, so this is how it sounds. Maybe y'all seen this too. The husband. I don't even know if he's the husband yet or whatever. Yeah, he had to be the husband because she said we calling this off. So the husband bought a house, right? Him and the wife had a savings account. She might have had 5,000 in there. He had 6 in there. He took the 6 and put down on the house. Tried to surprise her with it, but she wasn't surprised. So
Was she
I was
mad?
like, she was mad as shit. What mad?
I think I seen that. I think I seen that.
Mad, nigga. She said, nigga, you sell this house, you not. She told him he wasn't staying there, and if you decide to stay there, nigga, I'm calling this off.
I seen it. I seen it. God damn it! I just seen that yesterday.
I'm going through my subscription. She was heated, bro. Like I could tell that type of mad. Like she was like, you didn't put that's your 1,000 to my 5,000. You didn't put nothing. Like this, she even dug in this job. Like that barbershop shit don't pay shit. Like,
yeah. Man. So what was she saying? Well, she would have been more happy. Well, decisions like that, yeah, he out of line basically.
Yeah, bro. I gotta admit, he out of line, bro.
Yeah, because if it's something like buying a house,
I found it. I got it. I got it, bro.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, something like buying a house. What's up, D Love, Lady Love in the building, D Love in the building. Y'all done slid in here. I think Lady Love was in here earlier, but what's good? But yeah, something like that, like them huge purchases and all that. Like if you with someone that's y'all at the point of being, AKA life partner type shit, and a purchase that big, you can't make it. Ain't no surprise with $6,000. You can't surprise shit. If y'all got a joint bank account and you pull 6,000 out and try to surprise that, it shouldn't be nothing.
That ain't no surprise, bro. That ain't no. That's ignorant, bro. Like
that's ignorant.
You got it, yeah, bro. You got that means he picked the house that he wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, I picked the house. She gonna have to take it because I like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then what I was looking at was the salesman is there. I put it in the back, bro. The salesman is there, and the salesman, to me, they knew. Like that might have been his man, or he wanted his man to get this sale, or whatever. But it's like the salesman to me knew.
Go ahead and play that shit. Go ahead and play it. I remember. I think I seen this.
All right.
Take it off mute.
Yeah, you gotta hit that little speaker, I think.
Hold up for a second. I might have to come out. Oh, here it is. I see it. You're right. You still got it up, bro?
I'm not doing. Chill out. Go get my money. Don't put your hands on me. Go get my money. Go get. She don't put her hands on me. Chill out. Okay. I don't care about it. I don't care. Get my money back because you're disrespectful. All right, bro. You will be laughing the way you will be lost.
So they're not married yet.
He's not staying here. You're not staying here. Keep the keys because I will get a lawyer. I will get a lawyer. You did not get my signature on this house. Where we gonna stay? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Right. You figure it out.
Hold on, $6,000.
If you stay here, it's over. If you stay here, it's over. If you stay here, it's over. Get the lawyer. I'm staying here. Get the lawyer. Call a lawyer. Whatever you gotta do. I signed the paperwork. Your money is just as good as my money. My money is as good as your money. You already know already. That was her crying. It's all my money. You think that barbershop money got paid? That's my money. We still here. I know I'm getting
$6,000. He gonna be paying on that house for 600 years if he put a $6,000 down payment. I'm just throw that out there.
600 years. That's probably why she mad.
Right.
I want to live the rest of my goddamn life.
That's a scam. Sound like shit. That big ass house with that staircase. That ain't no $6,000 down payment staircase. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
So what you said is her argument is legit.
I think so.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. It definitely.
That's something you do together, bro. You can't just. I mean, listen. Hold up. If you got the money like that, you get what I'm saying. You can surprise your woman with something like that,
right?
But you can't take her 90% to your 10% and just go buy something and expect her to be happy. He talking about your money is just as good as my money. It's just our money. No, nigga, it's not. Y'all ain't even married yet.
I agree. I can't even argue because I don't have an argument for that because if it was vice versa, I'll be mad too. Shit.
Hell yeah. Shit, you're going to be heated, highly heated.
Miss Harris said he be putting my money back.
Yes, nah, can't do it.
I can't do that with you. I feel her on that one.
Now let me ask y'all this: if that 6,000 he put down was all his money, do she still got an argument?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
She do?
because what you was gonna say?
No, I'm saying I'm asking. Do she? Do she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it don't matter. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
it
so too.
matters. Yeah, because if y'all making decisions, what's good? Barcalar Games in the building.
Bart,
It goes back to the decision making, man. If you claiming y'all together, then be together. Then that was not a be together decision.
I'm
Bart
not.
said, I
Not
think he gonna find out when them find out what the deal is today when those bills start rolling in. That's how you know how much your house worth. You get a
And it did
$500
kind of,
gas
I don't
electric bill
know,
on the first
like,
month, nigga, you in trouble.
like MA said, it did kind of seem a little fishy. I ain't gonna lie. And these shorts, man, I don't know. I be watching these shorts a little different, man, because these shorts is,
I don't
people.
know. You see that? You hear that cry? You want to watch that again? You hear the cry?
I seen
And you
Denzel
see
cry.
the anger. The
I
anger
seen
when she was trying to bring herself down. Nah, bro. She was
I
heated
seen
on that.
Denzel do the same thing.
That's Denzel. He's paid to do that. She ain't paid to do that, bro. That bitch was mad. She said, it's off. You know what I mean? No, come on. That ain't, no, I don't got that as being no acting shit, bro. I know some of these shits be real. I mean, be phony, real, but I think that her, I don't think she can fake that one, bro.
So that brings me to my next question. I understand why y'all say what y'all say, and I agree with you 100%. He shouldn't have did that. But was it cool for her to just end the relationship because of that decision she made?
Fuck yeah.
No, bro.
Whatever type of decision you fit
right.
to make without me.
Let's just say that was
a
real.
mistake.
That wasn't no mistake. Listen to this nigga. He don't care. He like, I'm staying here.
You gonna stay there with no furniture?
Yeah, this nigga's like, well, where we gonna go? She was like, I figure it out, nigga. I'm staying here, nigga.
You gonna make a pallet on a hardwood floor?
Oh, yo,
Yeah,
bro. I don't, bro. With his money or her money or they money, bro, he wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I get what you're saying, bro. And don't take it that I'm disagreeing with what you're saying because he did fuck up. But you think it's worth the end of relationship because of one bad decision he made, even though he's standing 10 toes on it?
That's the problem. He's standing 10 toes. She's telling him, I don't want this. And he's saying, I want this. And right then and there, now just imagine this. Going into this, I don't know what y'all see, but she already, like, that wedding is all her wedding. He ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
You know why I'm asking the question, right? Because reverse this whole fucking situation and ask them ladies that same question.
What if they would have did the shit?
You just gonna bail out just because she made a bad decision?
Well, and if we taking it for face value, a woman, she gonna speak out of emotion and things like that.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
But later on, she might.
Nah, I agree with her. I'd be like, that'd be me. You stay here if you want to. Watch where I be at. I'll be over Current House tonight.
But I done heard a lot of us, including myself, say women react off of emotion, right?
Some women. What about the women that don't?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know none.
I ain't saying that. Like, I don't know who you know in the chat personally, but I know they on there like, nigga, I ain't like that, nigga.
and see what Barcalar said that he put 6,000 down. You seen that wraparound staircase? Ain't no down payment going on no house with no wraparound staircase that you not finna have a 50-year mortgage on. Like it just. And another thing, the fucking joint account, you can't take that much out without the other person. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat, but if you got a joint bank account with someone, you cannot take out that much fucking money.
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yes, fuck yeah. Nigga, if we got $1 million, then I can go take that whole million out.
Nah, man. It gotta, I swear, man.
No, it's not. Unless you sign something.
I don't believe that shit,
Listen,
man.
unless y'all sign something in agreement before, hell no, nigga. You can take whatever she can take what she want out. You can take what you want out. Bro, a lot of people that has joint accounts, when they get into a spat, nigga, they go run to that joint account and start taking money out.
Yeah, and I see that shit on the murder shows. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Miss Harris, real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why I brought this up. Yeah, I did bring that up in my last live when I was talking about, a woman flirting with a dude, or a dude flirting with a woman, or your woman, and she know he's flirting, and she allows the conversation to continue. Yeah, I did say I end that relationship because she has no business doing it. Maybe you can say I'm reacting off emotion, but I just want to see how you guys will feel if I said that. And now you're saying you repeating what I said.
Miss Harris be on your tail, boy. I swear.
Be on my ass. At the same time, this man could be a great man to her, and he fucked up. He just fucked up, and now she's gonna leave. Now, when I said I was gonna leave, my woman had no business entertaining another man. That's totally disrespectful to our relationship. You don't to me, this could have been just a fucking mistake. He was doing something, trying to surprise his woman, not thinking like, nigga, you should ask her before you do that.
Not thinking. That's the key word. Not thinking. Shit.
I think
you know what I'm starting to think though?
What's that?
Hold up. See, this how cocky niggas be. So they not married yet. Did he pay for the wedding? Is that why he only got $1,000 in there? And that was, listen to me.
So what was the split? Hold on. What was the split you said? She had such and such, and he had.
She had 5 in there. He had 1,000.
Oh man, that nigga.
But listen to what I'm saying. Hear me out though.
Come on.
They about to get married in a week.
You don't need to do shit with that 6, but let it stack. If that's how.
Facts, I agree with that. But listen to what I'm saying. If he's paying for the whole, let's just say, now we don't know this, but let's just say he's paying for the whole wedding. Right? So the wedding is $20,000-$30,000. He covered that. Bow. So he's saying, that's why he might be saying, that money is as good. I didn't pay for this whole fucking wedding. You get what I'm saying? So I'm making a decision on this, which I still think is wrong. But me saying this, I still think it's wrong. Right. But it's the entitlement that a man psychologically thinks, like, I done paid for all this shit, right? And she got everything in this house. I mean, in this wedding, she wants. She wants everything.
False entitlement.
I done provided. I want this house right here. The only way I'm gonna get this house, because I'm out of money, because I done paid for this wedding, is to take this 6 and put on this house. I want this house.
And with these joint accounts, like what Miss Lorraine said, here, if you have a joint account, you own it equally, and one of you has to die to get off that account. All right, and this question kind of goes for the people in this situation with joint accounts. I think Lady Love might fall under that. Can you just go in and do that without approval of the like, I would think the bank would at least call and be like, hey, such and such. Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, if you know somebody at the bank, they might be like, yo, your wife down here trying to wipe it out, boy. You better get down here. Bro, it's nothing you can do, my nigga. Like, unless y'all put in before, when y'all open the account, that, we can't take money, a certain amount out unless the others consent. You can do that in the beginning.
It should be like that regardless. The way
it's not, bro. No, it's not, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I done had a joint account before. I can go in there and take anything out at any given time. Launch the machine, kick it out.
There you go, your answer right there.
She said, not with both names on the account, nothing you can do. So does that mean, I guess I'm reading that wrong. Does that mean that you can't do anything without the person?
Yes, that's what she's saying, bro. with both names on the account, one person can't make one decision. It has to be signed off by both parties. This is an open panel, so if y'all want to come up here and explain yourself or help us out, feel free to do so. I'm gonna drop the link again.
No, that's not true, bro. Like it's not true.
It may be
Look,
different.
listen,
it may be different with because you know this credit.
I say it's not true because we listening to the shit right now. He did it. He went in and took all the money out.
Just like you said, he might know something about it.
I would think it's probably like one of them things like it's different states, different banks have different policies, and all. Wells Fargo might not be the same as the local credit union or something.
Well, whatever union or Fargo they was with, he could get all that money out. And they ain't even married, mind you. They not even married.
Oh, she said like Nu said. Lady Love, if he really knew her, he would have.
Oh, my fault.
Have knew she wouldn't have agreed. Yeah, that's a whole.
That's why he did it. See, now you're getting to something, Miss Hurt. That's why he did it. He knew she wasn't going to approve of it.
So if he knew he wasn't, then why the fuck did he still do it?
He paid for that wedding. I'm telling you, he paid for the wedding.
Okay. Look like we got clarity in the building. We got some clarity. Please bring some clarity. Miss Harris in the building. What's good?
That's not Miss Harris. That's Lady Love.
It look like your mic is muted.
Oh, that is Lady Love.
Fuck y'all read.
Yeah, that's Lady Love.
Right, Lady Love.
Can y'all hear me without an echo?
Yeah, you good.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Yeah, I got an echo.
We don't hear no echo.
Okay, as long as y'all don't hear no echo, because I hear myself. I'm doing this like right quick because I got all these kids.
Yeah, we don't hear no echo. You good?
Okay, so I wanted to say it's like Nick said, because I've been in this situation before. If both names are on the account, one person can't go in and take out.
Uh-oh. You there?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, say that again. It went out for a little bit, but go ahead.
Okay, I want to say can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's a bad echo.
You got a delay.
Okay, I want to say this though. I'm gonna say this and get out because I know I got a bad connection on my phone. If both names are on the account, one can go in and take everything completely out the account without anybody else without the other person's consent. You can do that as long as both names is on the account.
There you have it.
I don't like it.
But that's why at the beginning, you might can put a parameter on that in the beginning when you open the account.
Yeah, that parameter would have to be had. I know we trust and we love each other and this and that, but hey, this is money. We talking about money. We not talking about Skittles or Rice Krispie treats or.
I understand what you're saying, but I've been in this situation as far as my ex concerned.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We got hold it. Now when you think about it, it's a whole new. Miss Harris just said something to me. She said, then he signed her name. No, he didn't sign her name. He didn't. I don't think he said. How he gonna sign her name? That shit's his house.
How you know he didn't sign her name?
How you gonna sign somebody else's name, bro?
Well, she just said it. She just said if it's a joint, then they don't need the name. I thought they didn't need no.
They're not married yet.
I thought they was married.
Well, they might be married, but the wedding wasn't yet. You know how they do that. Y'all get the goddamn license before you actually get married type shit. So right. I guess I give them that. But she did mention that. She mentioned her name wasn't. She didn't sign her name. And don't hear me out with this. That's what makes me think that's his man. When you go to sign for your house, don't you do that in front of the goddamn lawyer or in front of the whoever? He can't sign both names if she ain't there.
For a house.
That's
Yeah,
his
because
house. That's
taxes,
why she's mad.
the taxes on the house that would have, yeah. And see, that's why I think that clip might have been bullshit. Because it's these little bitty, idiosyncrasies type things that I'm looking at like this is not possible type of thing. This situation. I don't know. Hey,
If that girl was acting, we need to get her name and follow her career. That's all I'm saying, because she's good. She's very good. I don't think she was acting though. I think that's real shit, bro.
Not only are we not going to be together, but he's going to jail. He going to jail.
Wait a minute, this say part 5. Let me see something.
Oh shit.
Oh Lord.
You there? Damn. Now I'm calling her Miss Harris.
Calling me Miss Harris. I am Miss Harris though. I'm still Miss Harris. I'm married to my husband, so I'm still Miss Harris.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Or
go.
Mrs. Harris.
Mrs. She done found the loophole.
I'm still Mrs. Harris, regardless. That's the loophole for being married.
Nah, I mean, don't take it.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. No, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah. So another thing, when it comes to the whole, I guess, because I don't know, I never had kids. So basically, when a woman has a child, the woman ultimately, say the woman has a child with a man. The man shows up to the hospital, and he signs the birth certificate. The woman ultimately has to say so. And this is a question. It's just a long question. So the woman ultimately has to say so as to what the child's last name will be. Am I getting that correct? The man has no say so in what the child's last name will be.
That is true, unless he decides he wants to be a part of. That's even as far as a marriage. If whatever she decides, what last name she want to get her child. No, I'm sorry. It has to be with the husband. I'm sorry. When they're married, it has to
Right.
be the husband's last name. But
So
yeah, if they're not married, then no.
So if they're not married, then the woman has the ultimate say so as to what the last name will be of the kids, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. And I'm assuming that it's like that because the woman goes through the 9 months and she shares. So okay, I'm just trying to get things straight in my mind.
Yeah, but that is correct. Yes, because she can even choose a totally different last name from his or hers. Whatever
Oh
she
wow.
decides to get her child last name,
Oh
she can.
wow.
'Cause it happened to my brother with
Oh wow.
one of his baby mamas. She didn't even give him her. She didn't give the son his last name or her last name. She chose a totally different last name.
Wow. I did not know that piece of information.
They can choose whatever last name they want, just as long as the
Wow.
child has a name.
You learn something every day. I didn't know that. You knew that? Y'all knew that? Boss knew?
Yeah. I mean, when you're
Hold
not
up,
married,
say that again. My bad.
they can name. Listen, they can name them kids.
Damn, you ain't even listening.
No,
Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm doing like research. I'm
It
technical
is.
difficulty back
That
there.
I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you. But both
So
said that.
she basically said, if you're not married, the woman can even name the child any last name they want to, even not even her last name. They could have the choice to name the baby any last name they want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. I think that's about how
that's
to
that's
get
true.
women their rights. Yeah, I pretty much see that.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit.
Why they chewing on that goddamn banana?
I mean, why wouldn't you like it unless she's gonna give them like your last name and saying that you're the father? But as long as they don't put a father's name on it, the father's name nowhere on it, they can give that child a last name whatever they want.
I feel like if they're not married and he's willing to sign the birth certificate, I think that should give him all rights to have that kid have his last name.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
I mean, that's just how I feel about it because I mean, he's taking ownership, he's taking responsibility of the kid. Why wouldn't he get the kid? Why wouldn't the kid get his last name?
I
Yeah,
believe in boys is important. I mean, you gotta figure that if you're female, if your daughter ever get married, she's gonna take on her husband's last name. But the boy is gonna carry
Right.
your last name on. So for boys, I think that's important.
Yeah, I think it's more important, with the son than the daughter with that. But even yet and still, I still like, all right, so there's another question. What would be a reason why a mother wouldn't want her baby's last name to be hers or the daddy?
So that's weird.
that is weird, but I'm gonna be honest.
I know
I
why though,
gotta. Okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
because she knows that ain't the real father, so she giving him the real father name. Yeah,
Well, no, I meant why would she give it not his name or her name?
because she knows that's not the real Pappy. The real Pappy is in jail.
Then why wouldn't she give it hers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's I'll tell you because I got one kid here now. His last name is not his mother's last name or his dad's last name. She gave him his
Right.
grandfather's last name. She didn't even
Oh,
give him her last name.
okay.
So she kept it within the family with the last name, but she did her grandfather's last name. She
Right.
didn't get, and we wonder like why would you give him your last name? Dad, we understand why you didn't give it to dad because dad's in jail and he never known him. So she didn't
Right.
want him to
Right.
have that last name. But
And I
I was asking, why didn't you give him your last name?
and I can kind of understand that. Even the grandfather's last name, I can kind of understand that because
I don't.
it's like a lineage. It's lineage
I,
type of
I, I
thing.
totally disagree with that.
And I
And
disagree,
let me.
but I can understand it. I think to a
I got
certain
what you're
extent.
saying. I got what you said. I understand. I don't agree with that, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck who the father is. If it was just a nigga that you laid down with that night, that's that man's child, regardless. You get what I'm saying? And you got to kind of respect that. I understand certain women, like my mother didn't respect that. I understand that. You get what I'm saying? She was like, no, nigga, they get my last name. So that's not. It's still not right to me because if something happened to you, you get what I'm saying. Now we going to my father with your last name and you're not even there type shit. It was messed up. You know what I mean when I think about it. But I'm older now. I don't give a shit. But for a man, you know what I mean. Like I say, my daughter, if she get older, she get married, she's gonna carry this man's last name.
Right.
But I don't give a fuck if I'm a deadbeat dad. Whatever. That You know what? That's just
And of
me,
course,
bro. Like you gotta carry that lineage,
right.
like
And
that
with the
lineage.
son, yeah, with the son, that's the main thing. When the father has a son, so I
Now, if you
understand.
don't know the father, if you was running around here and you don't know who the father is, and you know what I mean, when they get older, it might be a problem between you and. But I understand it then if you don't know who the father is. But if you know who the father is, then give him that man's last name.
Yeah. What's this you got pulled up? You don't found something else.
Oh yeah, I found the double. My bad, bro. I'm not even doing that thing.
I do agree with you said though. I do.
Nah, chill out. He don't got nothing to do with this. Already getting the earth deposit already. Explain it to her, man.
Is that the real estate agent?
Yeah.
I don't believe this
Man, we
shit.
good. Look, hey, we got.
Look at that house. Look at that square footage. 6,000? No, it doesn't happen.
You being emotional, man. Calm down. You being
I don't
emotional.
care if you in Arkansas.
It's our money. I keep saying my money. It's our money, though. It's our money. Get it together. It's our money. You didn't even trust me on this. What is wrong with you?
Oh, nah, bro. She acting.
You trust my judgment, right? You say you trust my judgment. We haven't even got married yet. It should be a decision between both of us. All right, we made a decision. I gave the earth deposit already. Look, this is smart house. We got a smart house over here. This is smart house.
A smart house.
Just
Man, throw the whole nigga. Yeah, nah.
Hey, this nigga said we got a smart house. You might be right, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
on the middle of the argument, you gonna break up. Hey, we got a smart house though.
A smart house though. The shower got Bluetooth looking ass. Like, nah, shit.
That was
Yeah.
great.
I don't know. Yeah, man. You know, I learned some stuff too.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrupt you, but thank y'all for having me up. Seriously, I gotta finish, but y'all have a good evening.
All right, thank you for coming up. Yeah, I don't know. I think we debunked that one, man. And it done happened to me before too. Hey, it just shit like that, man.
What you got debunked before?
But no, with these videos.
Oh,
with these damn people, man. But nah, it's some good discussion though, man. So it's all well worth it, you know. You know what? I'm gonna do something I don't never do and go into a music break. You know, I don't play no music, but yeah, let's go ahead. I guess run this real quick, man. Come back. Unless boss, you got any last words on that?
No, go ahead, bro. You good.
All right, we're gonna play this exclusive to the B.M.G channel. This is YJ. This that Patience right here I'm about to play.
Niggas don't understand. Time is just a word. What's going on? YJ.
Yeah, are we made in the image of Christ? Should I change if I can't get it right?
Well, if I'm wrong, let me show you that my vision is bright. How I connect to the sun, but they dim in the lights.
The irony, sticks and stones, back against the wall on my own. Different path, different trail, different dancing song that
got me riding on the road to success. The navigation's turned off, I don't want your directs. What's next?
And that's the plot that I dug, bed that I laid. It's hard to find shine when you stuck in the shade. But just imagine
if you stuck in the cage or in the hole for 20 feet, could you decipher the rage?
And that's a hard fact they don't like to admit. Some people cool with mediocrity, just like to exist. But
the haters gon' hate, and you know they exist. I used to try to write them down, but now I'm done with that list.
I'm done.
Okay, you always take a chance when there's circumstances. If you never take a chance, how you find the answers? Why you asking questions? How you make suggestions? How you think that we gon' plug when there's no connections?
Yeah, this whole world is a joke. Shit, am I the fool? Seem like it's set up for mine to lose.
We done lost, but we still gotta fight. You face death 5 times before you walk amongst Christ.
It takes patience. That's all that I know. I gotta make it. Up out of this hole, we gotta
keep living, live your life on the go. Only you can spark the fuel when you're ready to blow. Let's go.
Patience. But how long are we gonna be waiting for him to open the door? We heard it before.
And I don't need to settle the score. It's like the rain bring the pain, what the weather is for.
And everybody got some shit to atone for. Redemption, day and night, here to make it right. I'm feeling like
and 9 4 and 9 is the same price, no discounts. So I'll be taking care in the same night.
And I'm feeling the same, my thoughts parallel. Mind spinning dreams on the opposite end of the carousel.
It's like a nightmare trapped in a list of spells. Hope that you awake from the ringing of a different bell. Listen well. From the jump, you should know I'm a different breed. When everyone seems the same, I'm a different creed. Conceived in the same dirt, planting different seeds. Keep my flower bed of roses separate from weeds.
Got to a certain point, it's fragmented. Designs in the system, what lies in the vision is all what we inhabited.
It's like a nigga want a half of a half. Well, that's a quarter, motherfucker, nigga. Study your math. Ha!
Patience, that's all that I know. I gotta make it. Up out of this hole, we gotta
keep living, live your life on the go. Only you can spark the fuel when you're ready to blow. Let's go.
Patience, but how long are we gonna be waiting for him to open the door? We heard it before.
And I don't need to settle the score. It's like the rain bring the pain, what the weather is for.
Talk to him.
I'ma speak life, hoping better days in sight. Like the feeling when you think you unite. Everybody show expressions when you taking the flight. But we all gotta die, take us back to the light.
Ride out.
We ride out.
Ride out.
Let's get it.
Yeah. All right. We back at it. Oh yeah, the Iron 5, man. I think I want to. I don't know. I think I want to touch on this, boss. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Yeah. So, in Dallas, Texas, there's a church by the name of Inspiring Body of Christ. For short, IBOC. And it's a mega church. That's what it is. In Dallas, we got it's like Church Alley in Dallas. You know all around Dallas. There's these huge churches. We got Potter's House around, and that's the TD Jakes and Inspiring Body of Christ. That's another one with Pastor Ricky Rush. And there's this whole scandal thing that has been going on for years, but I never really knew that it was going on. At this point, the word allegation is getting thrown around because the district attorney hasn't made any headway on it, or really, I think the words were there wasn't enough substantial evidence of what blah 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 blah. So, but I'm gonna play this clip, man, and yeah, man, I thought this shit was crazy. This is the clip is from Vice News. So yeah, let me go ahead and share this screen. It's crazy, man. These mega churches, man. I just to me, the word mega church is an oxymoron in itself. It's an oxymoron in itself. Because as we know in the word congregation, these words like this, it doesn't have to even be like, you could be in the terms of Christianity, the religion, spirituality, you don't have to go anywhere to talk to God. You don't have to, this is it's a faith. It's not nothing like these places are good. Let me stop because I'm gonna go into some whole different shit, and then I don't want to go down that road.
I do. Let's go.
We can do that. Let me play the clip first and just show the people what I got, man. And it's crazy that it's I seen this title and I instantly clicked just because the title, and it's Vice News. I fuck with Vice News. It's like what is it, the Young Turks, or what is that you be playing, boss, with that dude, the dude with the little Young Turks.
Young Turks is with the chicken to do.
Yeah, them are that the channel name that they upload that stuff on.
What's the dude? God damn it! If you would ask me, I'd have gave you that.
Yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into this here. Let me add it to the stream.
Talk about this shit. I knew wanted to talk about
it. All right, so let's go. The title of this video is on a channel called Vice News. The title is Mega Church Pastor Accused of Sexual Abuse is Still Preaching to this day. And that's actual facts. All right.
The church in like Black communities, the preacher is like the head man in charge.
God set it up and I'll go. God says go and I'll set it up.
You entrust him as its role that he is trying to better you.
God. Some of you are where you are now because God knows he's speaking to you, but the devil says, I'm not cutting you loose.
I believed he loved me. I believed that this man saw me and had a true desire to help.
Since the 90s, Pastor Ricky Rush has been a fixture in Dallas, drawing thousands every Sunday to his megachurch, the Inspiring Body of Christ, known as IBOC.
That was easy for him to take advantage of because I was green to the real world.
But in recent years, a growing number of former members have accused him of creating a culture of abuse, from violent beatings to sexual assault. Sisters Renee Phillips and Donna Fields say they were two of his victims.
He guided me to the table and unzipped his pants and started trying to insert me. And I was like, no, stop.
No words, just guiding me to the ground. And that's where, in that room, he raped me. You know, it wasn't sex because I was a kid.
What did Rush do to you as a family?
It blew us all apart.
What he caused changed me permanently.
The sisters were in high school when they first met Rush.
So Mr. Rush was my teacher. He was starting a church, and he was looking for members. He was always looking for the misfit. If you didn't fit in, he was trying to look for you to pull you in.
They say they initially saw him as a father figure who lavished them with attention they weren't getting at home. When Fields became pregnant by a classmate her junior year of high school, Rush supported her.
He was like, you're going to be right here with me. I'm going to take care of you. He's like, you need to come to my church. He told me that he would, take me under his wing. So I just held on to him for dear life.
The sisters now describe Rush's behavior as grooming, that he gained their trust to manipulate and abuse them.
He was telling me that, I needed to wear clothes that were appropriate for someone that's pregnant. So he was like, I'm going to have to show you how to dress. I remember him pulling my shirt up and saying, you're not going to be able to wear that bra. You're going to have to get some maternity bras. While he's asking me questions about them being tender, he would be touching me around my nipples.
I looked at it like I'm getting in trouble, so this is my day to go.
Whole lot.
Oh, okay. Damn, my bad. Appreciate that, M.A. Yeah, I was talking that whole damn time. But yeah, my question basically, I was saying some other shit, but my question would basically, what would be someone's motivation for lying about something like this? New boss, chat.
You really asking me?
I want new. I gotta hear new first. Go ahead, bro.
Because that's what they're gonna say. Like the people who are still followers. We seen it with Eddie Long. Like there's gonna be people who basically are followers who are still followers and or are gonna defend the pastor and say they're lying, they're doing this for this reason, they're doing it. What would be the motivation for a mother and son who are both abused by this man, allegedly? I hate the word, but I gotta use it. What would be the motivation for them to lie in this situation?
Mother, and you said, like, see, we didn't get to see the son. You mean to tell me?
I was about to play the son.
Mother and the son got abused by the same pastor.
Right.
This story sounds as worse as the fucking house with the damn girl with the $5,000 and shit. You mean to tell me you let this nigga rape you and you gonna take your son back to the same church? Man, come on, man.
Well, and I, respectfully, the video 19-minute long, and I didn't want to sit here and play the whole thing.
I got you.
I will throw the link out there if anybody wants to see the full story on it. I will do that right now.
somebody is taking advantage of you sexually and manipulating your mind, even as a teen. Even as a teen. You mean tell me I'm gonna bring my son into this? Like it had to click in sooner or later this nigga was doing. It wasn't right what this nigga was doing. But you want to keep your son around that? Come
All
on,
right,
man.
and I think he kind of touched on that right here.
Back was like Chuck E. Cheese. That's the place to go.
It was a big part of your life?
Yeah, it was a real, real big part of my life. Outback was like Chuck E. Cheese. That's the place to go.
What was Rush like when you were a kid? What kind of stuff did he say to you at the time when you were little?
Basically like, you gonna be next in line. This is gonna be your flock, things like that.
You looked up to him?
Yeah, a lot.
What was the role of discipline at church?
He was the disciplinary. I don't know if you call it discipline. You know what I'm saying? How I look under them.
What would you call it now?
Traumatizing. But I looked at it like, I'm getting in trouble, so this is my discipline.
Did it escalate?
Yeah. It escalated over time, and it started getting more hands-on, more grabbing you by the shirt, grabbing me by the neck, and getting real, real aggressive. I was in there getting beat on, you know what I'm saying? With a paddle, no clothes on. It's like really, real life getting beat on. And I'm pleading with him, please stop, please, I'm sorry. And he steady telling me, drop him, drop him, drop him. So after a while, I got to drop him because he steady putting his hands on me, smacking me around. That's when the sexual assault happened. Sexual abuse, however it's put.
What did he do?
No. However sexual abuse go.
He raped you?
Right. He got a green couch right here that I'm all up against. I can't do nothing. He outpowered me. So when I felt what I felt, I zoned out. Like he told me, get up. You better not tell nobody about what happened in this office, because I was bleeding, you know what I'm saying? So I wiped the blood up, whoop, and all that, and got myself together, you know what I'm saying? Really would get my thoughts together on like what really just happened. And I just looked in the mirror, you know what I'm saying, and just looked at myself and cried my little tears out, whoop, and all that. And I walked out of there a whole different person.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Seven. Happy birthday to you. Make your wish.
What do you wish would happen?
I want people to speak up like I'm doing. I'm right here talking to you right now. My face is on display right now about what happened to me. Tell your story. Your story matters. It really do count.
Dallas police ultimately told Fields and Phillips their allegations were too old to be prosecuted. But Bell's story fell within...
Pause. Isn't there no statutory like when it comes to time limit? I thought rape was a crime that it don't matter the time.
Bill Cosby. That tells you that right there.
So how the fuck could you say that?
But see, again, that makes when one thing smell like shit, it makes everything else fall in line with that shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
In the statute of limitations. In January 2022, police their allegations were too old to be prosecuted. But Bell's story fell within the statute of limitations. In January 2022, police referred a criminal case against Rush to county prosecutors. It included 2 accusers, one who remains anonymous, and Bell.
Just look how big that church is.
Right.
And I hate to swerve off. I'm kind of going to do it kind of for D-Love, but it's like, this is not what was intended. This is, I almost kind of look at it like a corruption of the word for this to even be going on to a certain extent. I don't know if y'all feel me on that or not, but
I mean, how small do you think churches should be, bro?
I mean, it's that's a whole nother.
Bro, listen to me. If you can fill up a stadium every Sunday talking, you know what I mean? When it comes time for you to, you know what I mean, let's say Texas say, fuck it, you can't use our stadium no more. I purchased this land with the money I done made. I can build my own. Wouldn't you build like a stadium enough to hold the same amount of people that's been supporting you? But in churches, they grow. You get what I'm saying? So he could have been in a little house when he started.
Right.
And if his word is good, he's going to advance and advance and advance. And this is the type of shit you can either build yourself because you got the money, or some people in like associations where they get sent to certain churches.
And when you say his word is good, what I hear is his charisma is good. His level of capability to be an orator is good. His speaking ability is good. His psychology is good. That's what I hear. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual word.
Gotcha.
I agree. He's a manipulator. And that's the word I was looking for last night. Knew when me and you was talking. You know what I'm saying? I think you can know the word. You can know anything that you're teaching anybody and manipulate them, because why? They're following you, and obviously you are a leader, so they're following your word. And the word that you're giving them, you're reading from a book which they may not even understand. So in this guy's case, what YJ is saying is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he may have started from a small church and he built a following because he manipulated every fucking soul followed him. So now he got a bigger following of a bunch of it. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Man, and this ain't the first. I believe in karma. Did in the court of YouTube or public opinion, that will be something that people can debate. I did want to play this one part where they actually went to the church, and I guess a lawyer came out or something. Hold on.
Church, no one has responded to us. We've reached out to his lawyers. They've refused to make him available. So we're trying to see if we can meet him in person, and we're heading over to his church where he's supposed to lead Sunday services this morning. We were hoping to speak with Pastor Rush. We've been trying to get a hold of him for a little while.
Getting in there with that whole Stonewall.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
We are so grateful that you are here to experience IBOC.
We're hoping to, maybe observe a bit of the service and maybe see if there's time we could speak with him.
Okay, sure. We can do it without the cameras, though.
Okay.
What in regards to?
There's been a series of allegations against him over the past few years, and we were just hoping to see if he would be willing to speak with us.
Okay.
Comment on that at all.
Not on a Sunday. I mean, he's focused on the word today. I mean, that's long gone and past, and we're done with that. We've moved on with that.
When presented with a detailed list of the allegations in this story, a lawyer for Rush once again declined our request for an interview and told Vice News via email, there will be no comment for Pastor Rush regarding these baseless, stale allegations. It is a shame that he has to once again face the specter of these scurrilous accusations being circulated.
So she read that, but it says there will be no comment on Pastor Rush regarding these baseless, stale allegations that the Dallas Police Department determined to be unfounded since they never sought an arrest warrant. And the Dallas County grand jury found to be totally without credibility and thus merit. Furthermore, it is telling that they could not find one single solitary civil attorney to take their claim to civil court, where, as you know, the burden of proof is a great deal lesser. Thoughts, comments?
Oh man, look, I don't know if y'all want to hear what I gotta say, but
Go ahead, talk, man. That's what we here for.
I look at what you just said, you know what I'm saying, as far as them can't finding, sufficient evidence. They can't find enough evidence to convict this man. We see that every day in a lot of shit that we complain about, bro. Whether it's about music, and how the music has changed, whether we complain about how the new generation has went left on the way they see how life should be. The biggest problem is, bro, is our generation who know better. Who know better. You remember I sent you that link about when we was talking about the transgender and now they talking about transable?
Oh man,
bro.
That's a whole nother. That's the first time I heard that term. But keep on.
What the hell is transable?
Transable. What?
Exactly, bro.
They got their own disability contract.
I give you a little brief description of what it is. It's like if I feel I'm blind, then goddamn it, I'm blind. You have to treat me that way.
It's able to be what you know.
It's what the world is.
Is that shit where you say I classify myself as this or that?
Bingo, bro. Bingo. The world is coming to this shit where it's you have to understand how somebody feels. Think about it, bro. Back in the day, what was said by your mother, father, the government, whatever, that's what the fuck it was, bro. Now it's just like okay, we have to understand and think about how they feel. Just like they got this goddamn pedophilic shit talking about they should have a community. What? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
So
now,
question.
Go ahead,
go
bro.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna get back. I was gonna ask a question about this. So if you had something, you was on your shit. I don't want to.
No, you good, bro. Go ahead, bro.
All right. Well, they said that they never sought an arrest warrant.
Why? Why?
Because nobody never came out until too late.
So what? And there was no attorney behind what they're saying.
What did they
Why?
do?
And all of that 19 minutes, we never heard from an attorney.
What did they do to Bill Cosby, bro?
Mm-hmm.
How long that bullshit happened to Bill Cosby? Come on,
and 69 through 73.
Come on, bro. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I didn't mean to cut you off either, YJ, man.
Nah, yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at, but you you broke it down a little different, but I see what you're saying. I can't disagree with that.
It's I mean, it's sick. That's all I can say. It's sick. It's sick the way the world is actually navigating to this dumb shit where it's like we know better, but we accept the excuses. It's not a reason. It's an excuse. And you
know, I'm about to spark up a fucking fire in this chat, maybe, if it's a lot of people still in here, bro.
Spark that shit up, bro.
Let me ask Christians a question. Whoever Christian out there, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Christians or Bible believers. Let me ask y'all a question.
Oh,
all right?
Right.
How many times have we done heard about pastors, preachers, or somebody in high religion being accused of sexual assault?
I mean, we hear about it, but I don't think that. So, okay, they say if you assume you make an ass out of yourself, but I'm gonna assume and make my ass out of myself. I'm gonna show my ass. When it comes down to it, corruption knows no spirituality.
Okay. So
and that's kind of how I look at it.
My point in saying this is, well, what about God? Okay, so if these people are doing these hideous things, why are they rewarded with such great things?
Because that's just how that's what it is, man.
How is that what it is?
You can say, if someone gets rich off prostitution, someone gets rich off selling dope. How are these people You know, so ask
Okay,
that.
but
All I'm saying is ask that same
looking
question.
at look. Just hear me out though. Looking at them, if they're not in church at all, then I can understand. I can understand. We talking about people that's representing you, as in God. People that represent your name. People
Because
that's
it don't work
preaching
like
to.
that. It don't
What you
work
mean?
like that. It don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
It don't work like that. Just because you present something and you know supposedly supposed to be this God fearing man, uh, if you doing the complete opposite when the lights cut off, then you in
No,
that same
I
boat
think
with
you're
that.
not hearing me what I'm saying, bro. I think you're
Go
not paying
ahead,
attention.
break it down different then, because
I'm
I
telling you, you're God. God. Why does God allow this?
oh well, you asking, man, why is the sky blue? I don't.
You understand what I'm
Why
saying?
when a car crash happened? Like
If
why
the
we get
God
cancer?
in the
Why
Bible, if the God in the Bible, bro, works all these wonders and want all this peace, and then we look at some of the sins that are created in the world right now, pastors still get. I mean, they get the same shit. They don't get treated different. It's like most, even in this situation, you get what I'm saying? I say this shit was true. He still got a pass from God, regardless of how
nah
man.
that I don't,
Listen to what I'm saying. You saying no, but this happened years ago, and he ain't did nothing but elevate.
what I'm saying is how do you know that this quote unquote pass from quote unquote God? Why do you like? Then you're saying that whole time Eddie Long he was getting a pass the whole time, but look what happened.
What happened?
He's no longer breathing for one.
Okay, so how long was his run? Like, why couldn't he got taken out the first time he did something? You let him go through his whole life
It,
doing this,
the,
or
I
years of
see what
doing
you're
something?
saying. I see what you're saying, but
And you bring up one pastor. What about the millions that's still living, bro?
well, I see what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying, and my comprehension is coexisting with your understanding. But what I'm saying is, if we go there, then we got to go down the rabbit hole of why does someone else get cancer who smoked cigarettes for 10 years and the other person been smoking
All right,
for
let me give
50
you.
years and they don't get cancer. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Let me
that's the
give you.
rabbit hole you go down when you ask that question.
Let me give you some answers. D Love said they suffer in ways sometimes we don't see. And she goes, they
I
not
agree.
tied to God.
I agree with that.
Okay, so if they not tied to God, why is they still allowed to preach His word on Sundays? You get what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this from my children that I created, who's not representing me right. You know what I mean? If your child not representing you right, you reprimand them. Why aren't these people getting reprimanded? But no, they get praised and they get higher positions and shit like that. Like some of them. I'm not saying everyone.
Right. I see
I'm
what
just
you're
saying
saying. I see what you're
for
saying.
some. We don't really hear. I mean, what's the nigga name here? It was a pastor here. Dang, what was his
Ricky
name?
Rush.
He
Ricky
went to
Rush.
Atlanta.
Oh, you talking about another one?
Yeah, he
Creflo
went to.
Dollar.
No. It'll come Jamal Bryant. This nigga that had like 15 kids outside his marriage. You get what I'm saying? But yet he done gone to a bigger church doing bigger things right now. I'm just saying, like, how do these people still get rewarded by God if they're not doing His work? They're not representing Him right. Just let me get back to this. Miss Harris says because the devil rules the roast, fake prophets. So we're gonna bring the devil into it, right? I mean, God is allowing the devil to do things. And you gotta think, why? Like,
You asking
what
me
choice? What? I'm not asking you anything. I'm not. This not me
right,
asking you. You know what I
right.
mean? This is just me spewing out in my head. These are the things that I think about.
So
Like
answer, I guess at this point, answer what is your assessment?
that the God in the Bible could be the deception.
Okay. So I'll leave it at that.
Notice what I said. Please notice what I said. I didn't say God. I said the God in the Bible could be the deception. That's what I said. I'm a more spiritual person, and starting to get into my spirituality, I'm understanding what the word Christ means. I think people should look that word up and then to understand what Christ means. It's not just the last name.
I get what you're saying. That's a whole nother live stream right there.
Yeah.
It's 8 million people on this earth. You think
8 million or 9 billion?
8 billion, excuse me. 8 billion, 9 billion. I meant to say billion. I'm sorry. Do you think there's one person, maybe 1,000 people, hell, even 10,000 to 10 million people on this earth that has read whatever Bible, whatever spiritual book that has came about, who has figured it out? Do you truly believe that there's one person that can tell you that they're right and everybody else is wrong? Fuck no. Nobody can. Nobody can. So when you're reading, you asking for understanding. That should be the first thing you do. You ask for understanding. I'm not going to say new wrong, I'm wrong, you wrong, anybody else wrong. But who knows who's right? Nobody.
That's the difference between you and me. Because I can tell you, y'all wrong.
You
when you're
can't.
reading the Bible. Hold on, listen. Notice what I said. I said I can. You know what I mean? That's me. You know what I'm saying? I can. Yes, I can. I can't point you to where it starts, but I can point you to a deception. That's all I'm saying.
There's several other people who will say the same thing that you say. And there's some people that's going to disagree with you and say that I can tell you he's wrong. And they come up with whatever proof that they have compared to your proof that you're talking about.
The thing about it is I'm willing to look at their proof. People of the Bible not willing to look nowhere else.
Who said that?
I'm just saying.
What makes you say that though?
Because people of the Bible do not go nowhere else. That's the word.
Well, you're judging the people of the Bible saying they're really.
No, I'm not judging the people of the Bible. I'm judging the people who read the Bible.
No, bro, back that up and read and say what you just said again. You said people of the Bible, what?
The people who read the Bible, bro. I'm
okay,
talking about the people of the Bible already dead. I'm talking about people who read the Bible.
And you said they what? The people who read the Bible.
I can't even remember what I said now. He's dead serious. They are all doing the devil's work. People believe Satan is walking the earth and has the power. Also, he wants. See, I don't believe in. I believe it's evil spirits. I believe it's bad spirits. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't believe that it's one dude down there. All right, so I got this right. So this is something I've seen. I didn't pick this up, but it just makes sense to me. So God cast the devil out, right? Mm-hmm. And he gave him powers, right? And he gave him, he's smart. He's the devil is like the next smartest thing to God. And you do know that from what our stories tell us. Mm-hmm. He's this intelligent. That's why he could be everywhere at once, just like God. So you mean to tell me he's going to wait? Because at the end, what happens to the devil? He gets cast in a lake of fire, or he gets sent down to hell, or whatever. He's sitting here waiting for that.
Who? When you say
the devil, the devil is waiting for God to throw him into hell. He's knowing this.
If we're going with what you're saying, then you said
no, we're going with the text says.
No, if we're going with what the text says, then he's next. So that would mean there's something above him, right? So then he would have no power in that instance when he.
So he's just sitting here waiting. He's
not sitting there waiting. But when it
go ahead. What else he gonna
do? What you mean? What he gonna do? If he's that smart, right? Shouldn't he conjure up a way that he should be able to defeat this shit by now?
But we talking about the Almighty. You can't defeat the Almighty, bro.
You hear that little laugh, boss? You hear that laugh? You hear that nigga?
From what I've read and what I've learned is he's waiting to see if we can govern ourselves, and it's not going to happen. That's one question I always ask. Like, we want to make a change amongst our people, but then you read Revelations and it tells you what's going to happen in the final days. How can you defeat if it's already prophesied and said this is going to happen? You can't stop it.
What is it the final days of? Is it the final days of, is it going to be the end of that blueprint and it's another blueprint coming? Or is the earth going to blow up?
You said, or the earth is going to...
What I'm saying. Listen to what I'm
rapture,
saying.
Right? Rapture.
Is this the end of Revelations? Right? Meaning, at the end of Revelations, or everything they said in Revelations, if that shit's going on now and we ain't exploded yet, right? Is there something else that's going to come after Revelations? Is what I'm saying.
I mean, we can only go by what Revelation shows.
That's going to be what the rapture is. The rapture is going to be the switch. Religion is going to switch. And
so you said there's something else.
Don't the book tell you that?
Oh man, hold on, I'll be back.
Don't the book tell you that one day they're gonna burn the books once the lie come out? Don't somewhere, Miss Harris, somewhere in the book, don't it says that people are gonna burn the Bible? I go to Miss Harris because she know them scriptures. That says that. It's a prophecy in there that says people will burn the Bibles one day, right?
Is the Lioness still in the building? What the Lioness said? She don't know. Lioness, where you at? Let me drop this link in here again. I get where you going, bro. I get where you going. But yeah, man, look, we don't have the answers to every question, bro. That's all I can tell you.
One world religion is fitting to come. Watch what I tell you. Y'all done heard that before. Y'all done heard that saying, one world religion. It's 137 or so, or 237 religions right now. 200 or is 137 or 200? 200 different religions. Mind you, it's going to be a God in every religion, and it's going to be a Jesus in every religion. Some type of way. That's what it's going to be. They're going to cancel all these religions and just make it one. From here to Mecca. That's what's coming.
Hey, I just learned this. I learned something else because I just had to look this word up. Miss Lorraine, you taught me a word tonight. Satan was given respite, and I had to look that word up. The definition of respite is a short period of rest or relief from something difficult or unpleasant. So to go back to Miss Lorraine comment, I'm a word nerd. I'm a word nerd. I truly to heart, I'm a word nerd. So when I see words that I don't know, I look them up. So Satan was given respite with the rate of violence, floods, fire, earthquakes, planes dropping out of the skies. So
y'all blame now all of, so Miss Lorraine, I'm talking to you. You blame Satan for the rate of violence, floods, fires, earthquakes, planes dropping out the sky. That's what you blame Satan for? You don't blame God for none of that?
No, hey, hold on. Let me just because the thing is, we're debating something that cannot be debated. This is why I do not debate religion or belief.
I got one for you since you said that can't be debated. Right?
No,
I got one for you after that. I got
it's a faith. The faith. Do we need to look up the definition for faith?
Nope. I know what it means.
I feel like I want to look up the definition for faith.
Go ahead, bro.
Definition of faith.
I heard people say
faith.
Like the stupidest thing to me.
Blind faith. I was like, what the fuck you mean blind faith? because you don't know. Blind faith. Faith is something that you believe in that you can't see. So why the fuck would you add behind in front of it?
Why would you believe in it?
But that's what I'm saying. You cannot debate something like that. That's why I never debate religion with boss or anybody who believes in it or has faith in it. Because you never will win. You never will win. You see what I'm saying? Like it's almost a lost. It's not. Let me not say lost. Let me not. Let me not. I'm not gonna say lost cause because I respect everybody who believes in something. You know. But what I will say is those who do believe or have faith, there's no debate you can bring to them to make them think different because of the faith and what faith means.
I mean, you have to understand, bro. We didn't just fucking magically appear here, bro. That should mean something in itself. You think, goddamn, there's nothing that created none of this shit, bro? Come on, bro.
I don't believe that they're telling us the right story, my nigga. That's just what it is.
If we go off of, again, that's just, it don't make sense. If we go off of the Bible today, we're all cousins some type of way. So we talked about this. Make this make sense. Since this is why you say you can't debate the Bible. You can debate shit. Make this make sense. Adam and Eve.
You can debate the Bible. You can't debate a faith.
Listen to me, though.
You can debate the paper.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But the faith comes from off the paper. The only reason you believe in God is because you read it.
Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me that if you was born, you would just know that there's a creator up there, and you would just know that?
All right. So when I said it doesn't come from the paper,
you was taught what faith was. You was taught it. It was it's a definition of a word, whether you feel it or whatever you want to say you do. It's just a word. You get what I'm saying? So getting back into making sense, make this make sense. Bible lovers. Adam and Eve created two sons. Where their wives come from?
Hold on. You said faith was a word that was created for us
Faith
to believe.
is gravity, bro. Faith is a word like gravity.
So
it don't make sense.
What does facts mean?
Facts means truth. Facts means you said something that's true.
Truth is.
This is what I'm saying. Hold on. This is me again. This is me. Faith is a word like gravity. When you say the substance of something not seen, you want me to believe something I can't see? Now, if you tell me to believe something I feel, if you say that's what faith is, okay. I feel things, but something that I can't see. That means every day I've been looking all my life, dreaming and trying to see what God looked like, and I don't see him. You get what I'm saying? So it's something that you can't see, you just gonna have, but that's only one thing you have faith in. That's one thing. Listen, that's the one thing. When it comes to anything else, you don't have faith in it. And most of the things that you don't have faith in it, you can see. Think about my point. Now let's get back to Cain and Abel. Where their wives come from?
I'm not a Bible historian.
Miss Harris.
I've never.
Where did Cain and Abel wives come from? D-Love. Miss Lorraine.
I kind of want to hear Miss Lorraine's point of view. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I really do.
You gotta make that make sense.
It's like you're trying to make sense. It's like me trying to make sense out of why someone would want to rape a woman. I cannot make sense out of that. And I probably should have said R word, but but excuse my, using the actual term, but you can't make sense out of something like that. Like, it's like the questions you're asking, I wish I could answer.
I know you
but I
can't.
can't.
I know you can't.
But also, you can't explain.
My point is
because you don't have the faith of that or that belief system. So because there's an African tribe in the
The
in
Congo.
Africa
I got you.
that believes in something. You gonna tell me that you can tell them any different?
No, I probably would believe in what they believe in because it's more natural.
Oh shit.
It's natural. Whatever they believe in is because they woke up and that's what they and their ancestries or whatever. That's what they want. Most people in them type of tribes.
So our ancestors.
Listen to what I'm saying. They're going to praise to the sun. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what they see. So it's only one sun that they see. It goes down. It comes back up. So most people, if you're thinking about praising or something, you're going to praise what you see. So.
No,
what you mean no? What you mean no?
I mean, go ahead, boss.
Because one thing you what you did was you just took it back to what YJ asked, and you was like, yeah, I would believe what they believe. You know what I'm saying? The original people. They ain't never say they believe in the sun.
I just said that's my. Listen to me. That's what I said. You get what I'm saying? I believe in that's just me. I believe in the sun god. That's just me. You get what I'm saying? So
in
the reason
Egypt,
why
they had the
I
sun
see
god.
what the sun does every day.
In ancient Egypt, if there's a wind god, you can't see wind, but they believe. So they had faith.
That's dumb.
That big ass
But I can't hold up. I can't see wind, but I can see the trees blowing when the wind. So it's fact that it's doing something. I can see the trees moving when the wind's blowing. You feel what I'm saying? But just to have someone tell me or someone read something to me, and then I have to have faith in it, even though I don't see it. And it controls everything, even the bad part of me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it. So it's getting to the point where how do I believe in something I don't see? People say God talked to them. He don't talk to me.
Hey, I wish we had someone up here, man, that really was into it like that. Cause I can't even go there with you. I'm gonna be honest. I can't go there with you.
Bro, my mama won't go there with me no more.
Because the thing, the way I break what I said, my little spiel about the whole someone having faith. You could say whatever you want. You could bring whatever documentary. You could bring anything up to a person who has faith, and they will still.
You want to hear something, D-Love? That is my real first name. For y'all to know, that is my real first name.
Hold on, did I miss something? Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, hold on. D-Love know you?
Not at all. I don't talk to D-Love.
Oh, D-Love.
She's lame. D-Love is
respect. Respect. I sure missed that comment. Sheesh. Crucial in the building. Cupcake back in the building. Yeah. Yeah, man. That, we started somewhere else and we ended up somewhere else. But hey, it's all in good discussion, Yeah. I just can't see trying to convince someone else that has faith in something. I can't see trying to sway somebody who has that faith.
Like how Boss leaves some of these comments up there. That gotta be him controlling this.
Yeah, he do most of the. Sometimes I do it, but yeah, Boss be the. Yeah, but hey, he everybody. He usually do everybody. So shit.
I am.
If anybody know me, loyalty and betrayal, you're gonna know me. I got an answer for everything. You said if you think God isn't speaking to you, maybe you're just not.
Talk to him, Chloe.
Hold on.
I am a God. So let's get it.
Okay.
And that's something, you know, we had that song, Boss, what's that song? God's Work. And the way I did my verse, I structured it around basically, is this God talking or is this just my conscience?
Big facts. And why they almost did not want to get on the song because of that actual what he just said. He felt like, you know, maybe it's just my conscience speaking. I'm not gonna argue with him about that. That's how he feels. But at the same time, I just feel like we are here and we just didn't magically appear. We have a father. Now I know when we go back to Adam and Eve and they be like, oh, hold on, we got the Linus in the goddamn building. Uh-oh, she already up there. No, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, Linus.
Sadiq is here too. He's better, has more wisdom and knowledge than I do.
What up, Sadiq?
Peace, brother. And peace and blessings, everybody, to the chat and the panel.
What's good? What's good?
Lorraine.
What you got for us?
You were talking about God. Let's see, who was that? Was that New or YJ talking about God not doing anything or just sitting back waiting?
Yeah.
Or people, yeah, okay. Who said that?
That was New.
Okay.
Well, it was under the guise of how was he, you know, we were talking about the mega churches and how was he I think the words New used was kind of like letting these people be successful. Like, how is he letting these, like we're talking about Pastor Ricky Rush and these sexual allegations, and we've seen the Eddie Longs of the world and things. Like, basically, how is these things going on with these people? Like, how could God, you know, let this happen type of thing?
Okay. Well, first of all, that's their enemies. God gave Shaitan respite. He gave him a chance to get as many people as he could gather to follow him in whatever punishment his respite calls for. And so it's not one person, they're minions, they're imps. There's the people that are just gullible, that'll follow anybody. They're looking for superstars, megastars, and listening to the distorted words of the Bible. The Bible was used by the white man to control us. We had a religion, we had a culture. They hit us in our head and took that from us. So following the Bible, their interpretation of it is that you could be mistreated, you could be worked from sunrise to sunset, and because you're suffering like that, you're gonna go to heaven and walk on streets of gold. Where's that at?
The Bible also promotes slavery, by the way. Go ahead.
There's always been slaves. There's always been somebody to do the work, but there wasn't always the same abuse.
Don't let them steer you off that path.
What you're not understanding is me and her on the same path.
Oh, okay.
You heard her come up here and what she said. She explained, and then she got into the Bible and telling you the news of the Bible. Go ahead, Lorraine. You good?
Thanks, sir. But everything that they have abused, there's been slaves somewhere all the time. Somebody has to do the work, but we got the worst treatments, so we think. But they've done everybody the same everywhere they've gone, and they've used the Bible to do that. Whether it's Catholicism, you know, whether it's Protestant, and talk about these mega churches. Look at the priests that are still doing the same things, and when they get caught, they get moved to another location. There's people that have been suffering for years because they were afraid to say anything. They were afraid that they were going to go to hell if they told because of the priest, the threats that they got. So, you know, that's not new. Nile Oracle said that the other day. There's nothing new under the sun. And there isn't. It's just different interpretations. Different interpretations. And the mindset of the people looking for a superstar to follow. Somebody to say they're connected to or with.
Right.
Exactly. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. No, don't laugh. Don't laugh, no.
You on mute.
Oh, I'm on mute or new?
Hold up, give me 1 second. Hold up.
I said he on mute.
But Linus, do you feel? And I had spoke on earlier, and Sadiq can answer if he's still with you.
He is.
That if we all are man and we're human, we're not perfect. We're reading, we all know that man created religion for first and foremost, and we all learning differently. How can there be one person or a group of people who can tell us the right way to go and us ride with that, because we're still human and we're not perfect?
Go ahead. He said, yes, go ahead. Well,
I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry.
peace, brother.
Peace, brother.
First of all, we are the only creature with choice. And God gave us that choice because his enemy led us astray. And those of us who choose can go either with God's guidance or the so-called splendor and pleasures of Shaitan, because that's what he offers falsely. But the most important thing is, if there is any truth to scripture and history, God never intended to be a mystery, brother. And he put Shaitan on the clock. Believe it or don't believe it. The only thing that will prove anything is time. Time is going to tell the rest of this story. We are making bad choices for us. We have to decide to make better choices.
And that's that broken down like that. That's like my belief right there. Like,
it is, man.
You know, no matter what,
God.
no matter what your ideology or anything, you know, good is good, bad is bad, morals are morals, and those things hold true. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong, and it sounds so cliche and it sounds very simple, but that's kind of my belief in all of this.
And it is just that simple, brother.
I kind of roll with that.
And then in the Bible, it said that Jesus said that we're all gods. So that means we have some power, we have some authority, but the little God in us has been lulled to sleep. And there won't be any unity till people wake up and realize the power and the strength there is in real unity, in faith, I guess, you know. But there's been so many lies and so many twists and turns and everything that we're still asleep. We're still asleep.
I want to say this, and my brother knew. He always said exactly what you said, Linus. I'm a god. We all are gods. But one thing I can honestly say, I've never heard that until recently. You know what I'm saying?
The black conscious movement,
Right.
basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you what you said, Lorraine, is it has some truth to it. But a lot of people, when they read the Bible and maybe have read where it stated that we're all gods, maybe they didn't take it that way. So that's why that I hate to say third eye, but I'm gonna have to use it in this term. That third eye hasn't awoken to understand that I am a God and I can help. You know what I'm saying? The things that the evil doings of the world is causing us to be asleep. Maybe I can help wake my people up because maybe they don't understand. Because I've never looked at it like that until I heard New said that. And of course, you just piggyback, not saying off of him, but you have just reinforced what he just said.
Well, we reinforce each other, and the thing is that there's too much jealousy and envy for the little guy to open that third eye. If you worried about the kind of shoes I'm wearing, how I do my hair, my nails, and stuff like that, the sisters go through that. I know brothers go through that too. You want everybody to see what kind of shoes you wearing, how you strutting, and that keeps that third eye half open.
So okay, just level with me real quick, because I'm about to kind of go there. So when the Bible says, "Put no other gods before me,"
All right, now.
How? Hey, I'm not that well versed in the word per se, but I do know that is one of the things that I've heard in my upbringing is to put no other guys before me. So if we're all guys, then how does that work out with what that says when it says that?
Great question, bro. Great question.
You want to get this, or you want me to get his ass?
Go ahead, New. Go ahead. You've been quiet. I want to hear from you, New.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you believe there's only one God? That's the question. I'm asking you, and I'm talking not about in human flesh. I'm asking you, do you believe there's just one God, like there's one Satan?
Well, I think what I just said before you said that answered your question, because it says, have there no other gods before me? So if gods is plural, then I think that would answer the question.
Agreed.
So you believe there's other gods that's not in the human flesh? I'm asking you this question.
Isn't that what the faith
is?
No,
that's that. Don't give me no faith. I'm asking you a question. That's a yes or no answer. Do you believe there's more than one God up in the air?
You trying to ask me a question to put me in a corner that my back is not even in. If someone else wants to,
okay, let's ask boss. Trump the boss. Hey, boss, is there one God?
I feel like there's only one God, bro.
Okay, then why does that statement even matter? That statement makes no sense. If you ask that question, if you believe there's one God, that he made everything and he promoted that it was just him, where the other gods come from that I will be able to worship?
I don't believe in no other God.
Okay. Keyword believe.
Okay, so kind of, you know what I mean? You got to start looking at that scripture in the words in the same book as what am I reading? Now, this is what I'm saying. I think y'all don't understand something. Some of the stuff in the Bible, I believe. Don't get me wrong. But I believe they've been altered.
Yeah.
Altered for their own control. Like, the Noah's Ark. I believe Noah's Ark story. Because I didn't heard stories that the damn boat is still, you can go see the boat today. You get what I'm saying? And it's not as big as, it wouldn't hold two of every animal, two of every livestock. Like, what I'm saying is they giving us stories that are historic, but they're turning them around to make us think a certain way. And you know, I don't believe in one creator. I believe it's one creator for the human race, but I believe there's other races of beings out here. So they gotta have who created them. You get what I'm saying? That's if you believe the way I do. You know what I'm saying? So I believe there's other higher ups. You get what I'm saying? That has dominion over, you know, other beings. That's what I believe.
So do you believe in Satan?
No, I believe there's evil spirits or you want to call them demons or whatever. I see, you know, y'all. Some people believe that when you know we die, we're going to heaven. Now, I don't believe that no more. You know, I believe in dimensions. So you either going to go to the next dimension, which you already succumb 1 and 2. You're in 3. So to make it to 4, you're either going to wake up and realize, you know, some of the bullshit in the 3rd dimension, and your eyes going to open to the 4th dimension, and that's where you die. You'll go. I believe if you don't pass the test, then you'll wake up as a baby again.
What test?
Whatever test that is.
What test, bro? I'm trying to be funny at all.
I don't know. I can't tell you what that is. I can't tell you. I just tell you to figure it out. The same way you soul searching when you read the Bible is other things that you can soul search and read too.
And
I'm
it's
just saying, don't stop at one.
It's one for one. It's interpretation. You know, there's people who go and they try to dissect these things, and we kind of getting very kind of deep into these different, you know, interpretations. But you know, at the end of it, I think it's the answer to most of these questions is more simple than we're trying to make it, if that makes sense.
I want to hear from either the Lioness or Sadiq on what we're talking about, because a lot of people do feel like there is a heaven after death. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all thoughts and y'all beliefs on what y'all have read and whatever religion that y'all believe in? I want to hear from you guys.
Oh, from what I have read, there is a paradise. The soul that the human being has was breathed into him directly from God, the creator of the man. We have been taken out of our true nature, and our creator has allowed it because he gave us a choice. I don't know anyone who has died and come back and told anybody anything about what's over on the other side. But I do believe that God never intended to be a mystery, and that we are all on the clock. You have a choice. It's like the song that Mike said, the man in the mirror. That's the devil that we have to deal with. We can't defeat Shaitan to start with. God won't deal with him. He said so. If you have faith and you believe, then you believe what God says. But at the same time, he told his creature, his created man, have your affairs in order when it's your calling, because we all gonna get a turn in that barrel. Everybody is going to die, but you have a soul. Mine looks like that scarecrow with all the patches in the cornfield, all patched up and tatted. But I'm patching it up as best I can. Absolutely. And my bags is packed.
Absolutely.
I wanted to say something too. It was asked earlier where Cain's wife came from. Well, Adam and Eve were not the first thing that was created. the wives that these brothers took on were from the people that were already here. In the Quran, it says, God said to his angels around him, let us make man. But he was making mankind. Man was already here. And they asked him, why would you create something that's going to make mischief? And he said, and shed blood. And he said, because I know what you know not. And ever since they were created, that's what they have been doing. And it was out of jealousy and envy that Cain killed his brother Abel, because his sacrifice wasn't seen as good enough. God recognized the lamb. Yep. So those are the teachings that we have. And we're not following any man. We're following the Most High. And he's not floating in the air. He's in all of us. He's in all of us. The Supreme Being is in all of us because he breathed life into the soul of himself. Yep. That's what we believe. And like you said, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but we should be working on that perfection and prying that third eye open and spreading the word.
You know, when you say about the Most High, I was just looking kind of in the background, and as you know, as I've kind of learned to see the Quran and what the King James Bible are doing is sort of similar. I see what is Psalms 82:1. They know nothing, they understand nothing, they walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, you are gods, you are all sons of the Most High. Is basically what it says. So that would, line up with what you just said there. And a lot of this, it's interesting to me. I kind of like to dive into these things like this, just off pure interest, and that's kind of why when it comes to Professor Cupcake, you see in the chat that I did the whole the Buddhist thing that I did with her, and that I'm still actually currently working on another with Cupcake, or AKA Professor Cupcake. But I think it's all very interesting, and I see that a lot of these things kind of line up. The one major difference that I do see with the when it comes to the Buddhism is the kind of the difference in the heaven and hell, and the difference in what the Buddhism believes and all this. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. So I just want to throw that out there.
Well, one thing I don't want you to have to worry about. A lot of people do this to you. They'll throw a scripture at you, and book, chapter, verse, and all that stuff.
Right.
And if you're doing your best to live a righteous life, some of that stuff is in you. You don't have to know the exact scripture.
Right.
And to show you an example, I was having a discussion with someone about Islam. They had questions about it. They had a Quran years ago, and I gifted them a Quran. And they were still coming to me asking, so what the Quran say about this? I don't know. You haven't read it yet? No, the spirit ain't letting me to open it up yet.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the feedback I got.
Yeah,
but they were always quoting scripture to me. I'm living what I know the best I can, but I can't tell you the exact verse in the surah. Right. But what I do know, if you ask me the appropriate question, what's in me is going to come out.
Right.
I don't. I've been reading the Quran every year since I started uh, following Islam, and uh, and during Ramadan, you read a section every day. There's 30 sections in it, and you read a section of it every day. I can't tell you what's what and where's where, but every year I learn something new. So I don't need to ask anybody, well, where do I find this at? It's got an index, it's got a glossary in it. You know, the one that we follow has an interpretation for the black man in America, like Message to the Black Man. People in Africa don't need to read that. It doesn't apply to them, but it applies to the American black man and his experience. And so does the Quran that we read. It has a different, it's not a different interpretation. It has a more basic interpretation because of the indoctrination we've had here. So don't worry about, what you can't quote exactly, but you got
Right.
enough of it in you. You got enough of it in you.
Yeah, I was just doing that just for conversation's sake, and trying to
But I
look at
understand that.
yeah.
I
So
understand that.
I think it's all interesting. I don't knock anybody, whether it's Islam, Christianity, uh, Roman Catholicism, Buddhism, which isn't a religion, but that belief system. I don't look at it like either of them is wrong at all. Because what they all have in common is being a good person. When it comes down to it,
At the end of
it's
the day,
this is right, this is wrong.
absolutely.
Even if you go back to African times of 52 laws, the law, my laws and all that, the Egyptians and what they had going in different belief systems. It's I will not kill, I will not this, I will not that. And so I respect all of it. So that's why whenever like when like for instance, and I ain't picking on you, New, but just for instance, when there's someone like New, and I respect that way of thinking as well. But whenever I hear certain things, it kind of triggers me, and it don't trigger me, but it makes me want to have the debate of faith and belief system, just to say, what they believe that, let them believe that. And if they're a good person, got a good heart, then just, it is what it is type of thing. So,
Yeah, I agree with you. At the end of the day, it's about right and wrong, bro. I just feel like, we can go on and on about what we
right.
should do, but at the end of the day, we all know right from wrong. Because any soul that's out here trying to live right, who's confused about all the technicalities that each religion is trying to teach their people, everybody's not gonna follow the right thing. I just think it's about knowing right from wrong. And every religion, if you go back, just like you said, you gotta know right from wrong. Like B1 said in the chat, basic common sense.
No.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna wrap things up, man. We've been on here
Yeah.
about 2.5 hours, man.
That's an hour more than we usually do.
For real. Anybody
Yeah.
on the panel got anything else they want to say before we wrap things up? New?
Nah, y'all know how I do. I love all y'all mofos. Let's get it.
All day.
Indeed.
Linus, Sadiq.
No, not at this time, brother.
Neither do I. I've been listening the whole time. I just didn't want to come up, but you said my name too many times, and I appreciate that.
He was looking for backup.
Hey, shut up. You damn right. I had to call my sister up there, man. You damn right.
You've been summoned. Yeah, that's what's up, though. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate you, Miss Lorraine, coming up with Mr. Sadiq in the building. I'm glad he gave his input on things. Very knowledgeable brother. as we all know. Salute Chris Harris, everybody in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You got something for us, boss, or you want me to?
We're gonna end it with Devil's Work, man. You know what
Okay.
it is, man.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do it.
Miss Harris, everybody in the chat, D-Love, my homie B.M.G Smith in the building.
M.A.
Man. Everybody, M.A., Boy, we gone, man. Salute, man. Bank music. We're in the building, baby. Boom.
God, I don't ever want to disrespect you, but you're telling me to trust you when I never met you. I send you prayers every day, but I don't want to sweat you. And I know you's a busy man, so I try to catch you. But sometimes when I call, I can get an answer. I get the voicemail, so a nigga leave a message. I got a lot of faith, so I'm not second guessing. So when you get a little time, I got a couple questions. First of all, let me acknowledge every single blessing. But right now I'm going through it, and your son's stressing. I know you say with every test there gon' come a lesson, but lately things been hectic. You took a big part of my heart, that was a really big section. The feeling really was rejection. I lost my job, then my wife, then my brother, then my mother. If I fell short, I need an exception. Cause at that time I was working like a madman. I know I'm speaking past tense, cause motivation I ain't had since. My lack of patience I've been asking to put it in a bag that's plastic. Everything been tragic, and no I don't believe in the magic, but I'm sick and tired of dealing with this damn madness. I need a handkerchief that's made with the same fabric that was in my mom's casket. That's all I'm asking. And I wish she had her mask on, cause if she had her mask on, maybe then she wouldn't have passed on. I'm sick and tired of singing sad songs. I know this the devil's work, but he need to carry his ass on, cause he consistent, he don't never quit. I've been dealing with some hella shit. Hey God, can you just tell him this? I don't see him, he's irrelevant. In the room there's an elephant, so he should know that I've been heaven sent.
Let me vent. And you know one thing about it, they say faith is all that's needed. Cause when you walk by sight, it seems all deceiving. Remnants of Ephesians. It says, for by grace you have been saved by the faith. And this is not your own doing. So in a sense, you gotta keep going. When the devil's lurking. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. Let's go. I feel it's hard to have a conversation with you now. Cause it been so long. Hold on, let me sit down. Let me chill. Probably cause I don't know if it's you or just my conscience speaking. My pops would've told me that's nonsense, we can go further. Do tell. Mid-30s, I'm still searching, but I don't know if it's working. If so, then Lord, give me a sign. Like when that car crashed, how do you decide who lives and who dies? So many questions need an answer. What's the agenda? Like how my grandma get dementia? I need an answer. Like what is cancer? I ain't talked to you in a while. I know I'm out of line, but can you hear me now? I don't know if you gon' take this the wrong way. If it's hit or miss, then I might straight miss. Okay. Matthew 21:22 say whatever you ask in prayer, you shall receive. If it's faith indeed, just let it breathe. Yeah. All praises to the Most High. You might say Allahu Akbar, Yahshua, Jesus, vaya con Dios. Same difference, tomato, you know? Yeah.